Now we will move on to Austria, and we have 4 presentations from Austria today. So the first presentation will be by Kerstin Gangelmeyer, who is from the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, and Kerstin is also the NCP for MSCA in Austria. Kerstin, I'll start sharing the screen, and the floor is yours now.
Austria lies in the heart of Europe, and with that, it has excellent transport and communication links across the continent. We also have a rich cultural life and amazing nature, you might know. So this contributes a lot to a high quality of life for researchers and the family, and makes Austria a very attractive destination, I would say. Second, Austria has a well-developed and diverse higher education system, including 23 public universities, 19 private universities, and 21 universities of applied sciences. Also, Austria is widely recognized by global organizations and companies, making it a highly connected hub for both European and global research networks. Also importantly, Austria is a very research-intensive country. So Austria's gross domestic expenditure on research and development is 3.35%, which is above the EU average, actually being Austria being the 3rd highest research-intensive country within the EU. And so please, for further information regarding the research landscape and possible funding opportunities, have a look at these 2 provided links here. Thank you. So just to give you a brief overview about the main funding organizations, Austria has 3 funding agencies, each have a specific focus. So the FWF, the Austrian Science Fund, is mainly funding basic research. The FFG has its focus on applied research, and the AWS, the Austrian Promotional Bank, funds mainly commercialization and valorization. So next slide, please. The FFG, so the Austrian Research Promotion Agency, this is actually where I am located. It is the hub of the Austrian national contact points for Horizon Europe, including MSCA. So we sit in the House of Research in Vienna, and it is the largest funding agency for research and innovation. Next, please. And importantly for you to know, what are our main services? So first of all, you can have a look at our FFG Academy calendar. There we provide information about trainings. So we offer various trainings, also partly in English. We also offer a proposal check service for applicants with an Austrian host organization. And more information about that you can also find in our online info package. It is worth to have a look at this info package. We have some useful information there, some information videos, links, and so on. And I would also advise you to register for our newsletter under this provided link here, so you stay up to date about the latest news on research careers topics such as the MSCA. So if you have questions, if you need help for your applications, please get in touch with us. So this is me with my 2 NCP colleagues for MSCA. We are very happy to help you out, and we have provided our contact details here, so contact us. And with that, I give the floor to my colleagues that will introduce now the organizations to you in Austria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kerstin. That was very smoothly and swiftly done. I think that gives us a perfect segue to now invite Bedana. Bedana is from the Australian Academy of Sciences. Bedana, the floor is yours. I'll share my screen again so that you can begin with your presentation.
Thank you. Hello from Vienna. This is my cordial invitation to choose the Austrian Academy of Sciences as your future host institution. Next slide. I will guide you, next slide, to the Academy as an institution, explain a bit about our open call for expression of interest, and present you the support services we have in operation. The next slide, please. Austria is the largest research performing organization in Austria, and it is composed of a very international community, whereas 72% of the postdocs are international. Our mission is to promote science in every way. We do so by fostering innovative basic research, endorsing interdisciplinary exchange, and thereby also promoting progress in science and society. Next slide, please. Our 27 institutes are located in 5 cities all over Austria. And next slide, they are dedicated to, next slide, please, archaeological research and classical studies, Asian studies and social anthropology, historical sciences and cultural research, social sciences, the life sciences, maths, physics, space research, and material sciences. The next 3 slides direct you to the links of the institutes, and we cordially invite you to search these links in order to find your perfect supervisor. Next slide, please, which is, next, please. Next, please. Giving you information about the call that we have opened for you after having searched the website for your perfect supervisor. Please do fill in the template of Marie Sklodowska-Curie, which is interlinked in this link, and fascinate us and our supervisors by a short video recording of a maximum of 60 seconds. Next slide, please. How does the process look like? If you are eligible under the Marie Sklodowska-Curie criteria, please send us your documents by the 22nd of June. We will inform you about being chosen, being selected, of applying with the Academy by mid-July latest. If you are selected, then next slide, please, you will develop your proposal with your supervisor and be supported by our grant services expert. We provide consultation, proposal check, and individual feedback training. At the moment, we are hosting a 3-day proposal writing workshop, but the slides will be provided to you and give support in many other ways. The deadline of the call is the 10th of September. However, for the internal clearance at the Academy, we cordially request you to send in all your proposal draft and documents no later than the 13th of August, which is our internal deadline. In return, we offer, next slide please, an inspiring academic atmosphere, top-class infrastructure and facilities, access to global networks, collaboration with other academies, as the Academy of Sciences is also a learned society, university and industry. We provide training and support services as well as career development guidance, and offer a second funding chance if you are awarded the Seal of Excellence, together with attractive salaries 14 times a year and flexible working hours. Next slide, please. We also offer internal funding programs, a mentoring program, and our welcome service will help you with all visa and immigration, tax issues and the like, and German classes as you make it to the Academy. Next slide, please. We offer the European Charter of Researchers and, of course, gender equality and diversity. We are a member of the Euraccess, the fantastic Euraccess services, and we look for, next slide, for the brightest minds, your innovative ideas. Next slide, please. Exchanging know-how with you, fostering your talent, boosting your careers, and most of all, we look forward to meeting you very soon in Vienna or any of the other locations all over Austria. Next slide. So please become a part of us and express your interest in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellowship at the Austrian Academy of Sciences. We remain here to answer all your questions, and thank you for being part of this Euraccess community today.
Thank you very much, Vedana. I think that was very clear and very concrete on your part. Thank you very much for explaining. we swiftly move on to another presentation. It's a pre-recorded message by Daniel Spichtinger from the Ludwig Bollmann Gesellschaft. And what I'll do is I'll quickly share the video so that you can hear the message.
Hello, and thank you for the opportunity to present a few bits of information about the Ludwig Boltzmann Gesellschaft. We are a non-university-based research organization with a thematic focus on medicine, life science, and social science. We currently operate 14 Ludwig Boltzmann institutes all over Austria. We also run clinical research groups. And we have a career center, which supports researchers across career stages in academia and beyond, and an open innovation in science center, which pioneers participatory research and stakeholder involvement. Two of our institutes, which are based in Vienna, Austria, which is the world's most livable city, will now present in greater detail their work.
One of these institutes is the Ludwig Boltzmann Institute for Traumatology, which will welcome you in Vienna, Austria. And here you see how the city center looks in the early morning. It gets very crowded in the afternoon. We are located at the largest traumatology hospital in Vienna with our research. LVI Trauma has about 100 scientists employed, and we are covering the patient journey from an injury to hopefully complete regeneration and restoration of the body functions. 11 research groups, including a preventive research group, then sepsis, trauma, shock, translational anesthesiology and pain medicine, molecular basis of organ failure, local hemostasis and soft tissue regeneration, neuroregeneration, bone regeneration, cartilage regeneration, as indication-driven regenerative medicine research groups, and then platform therapies, including cell-based therapies, extracellular secretomes, and we also have biophysical therapies that we are using as platform technologies. We are supported by core facilities, clinical study centers, histology and bioimaging center, and an experimental surgery facilities. Our strong sites are obviously animal physiology. We have animal models from small to large animals. Here you see some examples of wound healing studies that we performed. We have molecular histology that we use in regenerative medicine, where we, for example, compare regeneration in the digit tip model in mice to axolotl. We have cell-based biopharmaceuticals, like, for example, extracellular vesicles. We recently had hosted the ICEF 2025 meeting in Vienna that we had the pleasure to co-organize. We are also working on material sciences and bioengineering, for example, on silk as a biomaterial, and we are working on aging and cellular senescence. All of this with a strong preclinical research perspective, but due to our location in the trauma hospital, also with a strong translational side to it. And consider LVI Trauma as your MSCA target. It would be a pleasure to welcome you here in Vienna.
Welcome to the LBI for Hematology and Oncology, your gateway to cutting-edge clinical research in Vienna, the world's most livable city. My name is Emir, and I'm the Administrative Director and the Research Group Leader at the LBI-HO. At our institute, we focus on pioneering translational research aimed at curing leukemias and other blood neoplastic disorders by targeting the leukemic stem cells. Our institute is located at the Medical University of Vienna and the General Hospital of Vienna, one of the world's top 25 hospitals. We offer a vibrant, multidisciplinary environment with very close connection to clinics and clinical application. We foster scientific careers with strong mentorship, extensive networking opportunities, and involvement in impactful European projects. Fellows at the LBI for Hematology and Oncology are actively engaged in groundbreaking translational and clinical research, leveraging advanced technologies like all kinds of omics, AI-driven methods, and novel comparative medicine approaches. And this comparative medicine approach is what I want to present in particular. We are currently developing a network of veterinary centers aiming for improving human drug development by involving companion animals in the drug development process. Working with the Portal-Patient Consortium, fellows have a distinct opportunity to engage in an extremely innovative approach to advance drug development and to help shape a European project. Join us at the LBI-HO, where your research has immediate clinical relevance, ethical significance, and the potential to reshape drug development for better health of human, but also companion animal patients. Together, we can shape the future of oncology research and patient care. So, see you.
The last presentation from Austria, which is from Elena Morrison from University of Vienna. Elena, I'll start sharing my screen so that you can begin with your presentation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elena Morrison, and along with my colleague, Stefania Bennington, we work primarily on the Marie Sklodowsky-Curie postdoctoral fellowship program at the University of Vienna. Next slide, please. The University of Vienna has been around for a long time, so I won't go into too much detail about the university as a whole, but just some facts for you. The number of students, 85,000 students and 7,500 academics working at the university. We also offer 187 degree programs. Next slide, please. And here you can see an overview of all the different areas that we do research in. It's probably easier to list what we don't focus on. So engineering and medicine, those are handled at other universities in Vienna. But everything else you can find at the University of Vienna. So next slide, please. So how the application process for a fellowship works at our university. We run an expression of interest. So once you have the slides, you'll be able to access our website. And there we have a list of supervisors who are interested or who have expressed interest, in hosting a fellow. Once you find someone whose research area aligns with yours, you can send them a CV and a description of your project. And then you and the supervisor discuss the nitty-gritty of the application process and the research field, and the supervisor then decides if it's something that they're interested in working with. So our official expression of interest program actually closed, but that doesn't mean you still can't approach researchers. So the information is all still available on the website. So you can still look to find the information there and approach someone who meets your research goals. If you don't find anyone in the supervisor's list who matches your research interests, you can always also look within the university itself and approach someone. The one aspect that we don't assist with at the university is helping you find a supervisor, other than making the list available. So it's up to you to find someone who matches your research interests here. What we do provide is extensive support for all of the applicants. So once you do confirm that you'll be doing a fellowship at the university, we have a whole information package that we'll send to you, outlining everything that you need to do to write a successful proposal. We also do an online masterclass for applicants over 2 afternoons. We go really into detail about all aspects of the proposal and what to address. So then over the course of the summer, you and your supervisor will work on the application. And then closer to the submission deadline date on the 10th of September, we have deadlines on the website that are available, but we'll do an in-depth proposal check for you and give you feedback about your proposal in areas that perhaps need improvement. We also offer a few online question and answer sessions. If there's anything that you're not unsure of or have a question about, then we're happy to answer those questions then. But we're also happy to answer questions at any time. So you can also feel free to email us while you're preparing everything if something is unclear. So as I mentioned there, the deadline for the EOI has passed, but you can still contact people at the university and ask if they're interested in supporting your application. Okay, so next slide, please. So why apply with the University of Vienna? Kirsten already mentioned great reasons to come and live in Austria. Vienna specifically has been rated as one of the best cities to live in a ranking for the 10 straight years, I think now. So it's a very nice city to live in. The university itself, it ranks at 11th in the most international universities in the world and is one of the top ranked universities in another university ranking. We are Austria's largest research and educational institution. And so we have extensive state-of-the-art facilities and research infrastructure that'll be available to you if you choose to come here. Specifically for fellowships, since 2020, our success rate has been improving continually, which is great to see. So we tend to also be more successful than the EU average. We also host the highest number of postdoctoral fellows in Austria. So we have 62 fellows who have are currently either carrying out their project or waiting to start their project. That's great. I also mentioned the extensive support we also provide, so it's just listed there again, all summarized. One point I will also promote for all Austrian institutions is that the salary for fellows is higher than the living allowance paid by the fellowship itself. So because at our organization, people are paid by the collective bargaining agreement. The collective bargaining agreement for postdoctoral fellows for Austria is higher than what the fellowship pays, so you do receive actually a higher salary than what you normally get with a fellowship. Next slide, please. And there's all of our contact information if you want to get in touch with us, as well as a link to the website where you can find out more information about the fellowship, about fellowships at the university. Thanks.
Thank you very much for that, Elena. It was very clear, and I think although the deadline has passed, as you mentioned, there are support that is available. So those who are interested, please feel free to get in touch with Elena. Elena is still with us for some time, so please, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A interface so that you'll be able to respond to them.